Okay, so um, I'm just here to, we're kind of just here, uh, Aisha D and Flo, to show you some of the stuff that's kind of in Final Fantasy VII that makes it like an intensely real game if you're born at certain points, and like why it's become an intense part of my spirituality. Not that I believe in going around and like blowing up uh, huge power plants in actuality, but I believe that the meditation of doing it within the game is actually really powerful, because what I've been experiencing is intense alignments with the actual game in my life. Like, uh, the town where I'm living now, there's a place that looks a lot like the temple of the ancients. It really reminds me of like Eris, and it's like I kind of feel like I'm kind of living in the life of some of these characters, or a life that's very similar. And I think that like it's not going to cause I don't support any kind of violence. I've written entire analysis of the entire plot and all the characters in this, and I talk about like alternatives, like how they could just like plant stuff, like plants growing all over the buildings of Midgar and that kind of thing, because it's sad that stuff would have to die, but I mean it happens sometimes. I can't control that, uh, but I don't like support it. But I do think that what I'm seeing is like it's more like a psychic connection, um, like as this is happening, because for some reason it's really literally like kind of aligning in my life physically without any real effort. It's just like psychically coming together. Like maybe these are beings who, like, this is a real teaching that was hidden within this. So I feel like as it happens within the game, it's going to manifest in the world in a more peaceful way rather than in the exact same way. But like as you go through the reactors and as you go through the game and try to be as peaceful as possible, really respecting it instead of just treating it like it's not real at all, maybe it's gonna cause some effect. Maybe like hopefully things aren't gonna be blown up and people hurt, but like maybe it's gonna cause some awakenings in the live stream, and people are gonna wake up and realize, and the planet is gonna come back together. I feel like that's entirely possible because the aura of just what's been happening has been really, really intense, and it needs to be like, it's just gotta be addressed. And like, so my name's Aisha D. A lot of people just call me D. And I met this other girl, and her name was D. And it's like we met on Facebook. Basically, we met once or twice in reality, but mostly on Facebook. And she's an artist. I'm kind of an artist, but she's really like a painter. She's pretty good, and like she kind of paints like kind of, I don't know if it's like alchemical or it's kind of abstract. It's really cool though. I mean, I like it. Um, but yeah. Uh, and in the end, like this game kind of makes it seem like we're opposites, but I feel like the overarching like legend, the lesson within Final Fantasy VII is like union of opposites. Like in the end, it's really not Shinra that is like evil, even though they have to be defeated, like archetypally. But actually, the reason they manifest like that is just an imbalance in the initial energies. So like when those energies are balanced, these forces that seem like they're opposing, like directly, actually come into harmony. It's not like there are no eternal enemies. Any like perception of an enemy is caused by these energies being out of balance. But anyways, like, so one of D's like Facebook pictures is like, it looks a lot like that. Like this thing right here, it's like of her, and she's wearing these boots, and like they have this little circle thing on them, like at the ankle part. That's a lot like that thing, and there's like, I mean, they're boots, so there's like five things, or kind of like five toes or phalanges or whatever, and like, so I thought that was interesting, right? And this is like at the reactor, so it's saying like we've got to destroy the boots or something. Destroy the boots, the Buddhas. Are the Buddhas the boots? Like it's Buddhist, right? It's not actual violence. It's just like symbolic, yet it has a real energetic effect without hurting anyone. So that's what you're trying to destroy. And then there's this dude. Uh, and it's like, you can see there's like these two thingies, like right there, those two things, and that looks a lot like this character whose name is Aisha Clan from the anime Outlaw Star. Um, she's like, she wears this skirt often, and it has these two dots that are just like that. And my name is Aisha. Like that's a name I chose a while ago, and it was actually before I even saw that anime. But this was like when I was like maybe 11, and then that anime I saw it when I was like 12 or something. But uh yeah, so it's like it's her skirt, right? And I find that like the clothes that she's wearing, I kind of identify with her story a lot because I just looked it up yesterday, and it's a lot like my story, and the adventures that I've kind of like encountered. So I feel like I'm kind of like in this legend, and it's my uh, I'm supposed to like talk about it just to tell people because this is really like, it's amazing that this is happening. It's miraculous, and this is, I feel like it's divine technology from the ancients to help this planet, and it has to do with like who I am and who a lot of people are probably awakening, to just the truth, like spiritual awakening. You could call it, Wanti, call it Rastafari, Kundalini, Turnanog, any of those things. Uh, but so that's like the skirt. So you're destroying the skirt, and I don't know, like the bell that she wears on her neck, Aisha, Clan. It's like, I guess you're trying to destroy that too, but it's not really in this picture so